Hello. Oh, I need to go live here.
Okay.
Hi, guys. So we are back. They're still joining. Okay. So we are back and we're going to continue from where we stopped. Please, can you let us know that you can hear us clearly and that it is no longer breaking? Can you please let us know that you can hear us clearly? And also, feel free to share this live video to your contacts, your friends, your followers on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Let them join and, come and learn a thing or two. It's not every day that we share something like this, but I just really wanted you guys to hear Mercy's experience, because her experience is quite unique, especially the fact that she faced challenges and really did not give up, right? So I wanted you guys to hear from her. Okay, so before we had to end this live, we were talking about, she was sharing her visa application process. So you're talking about the questions that the visa
Yes.
officer asked you. So can you please continue?
Okay, so one, like I said, the peculiar question he asked, and of course the way the setting of the interview was, you hearing what they were actually asking others too. So even before I got there, we could all hear, the kind of questions they were asking almost everybody.
Yeah.
It's like a generic question now. So the key question, and I feel where most people usually get their rejection, comes from the funding. Imagine you having to pay over $80,000 as tuition, and you're saying your parents will fund you, and the visa officer is asking you, what do your parents do? And you say your father sells building materials.
Yeah.
Your mom is the trader. Naturally, even without being a visa officer, I would assume that that money is not going to be enough to just pay your tuition. You're not the only child, you have other siblings, so why should they grant your visa? And these people don't want you to come here and act like a liability if you
Yeah.
can't pay your fee. So they want to be sure you have
The money.
money. They are not really concerned about how you intend to live the rest of your life, like your feeding and everything, but the tuition is always their issue. So when it was my turn and he asked me, and I was like, oh, I secured a fully funded scholarship, not just some people secured partial scholarship. And another question they would ask is, how do you intend to pay your deficits? So the deficit now is the rest of the tuition.
Yeah, the
So
balance.
for instance, you have you to pay $80,000 as your tuition fee, and the school is partially funding you, let's say, for $5,000. The visa officer wants to know how you want to cover $35,000, because to them
That's a lot
it's
of
a lot
money.
of money.
Yeah.
So coming from Nigeria,
Yeah.
how do you intend to pay the 5,000? So if you don't have something very standard, like something very solid to back your answer, they'll definitely reject you. So but when it got to my turn, I was like, I secured a fully funded scholarship, and that actually got him, excited, comfortable. And I was like, wow, that's great. So what school? I mentioned it and everything, and I was like, okay, I'll be approving your visa. That was the last question he asked me. He didn't bother to ask any other question after that question. After knowing that I have a full funding and I'm not going to be a liability to anybody, not even to my own parents.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
So,
in addition to her school fees, tuition fees being covered, she gets monthly stipend, which covers the entire living expense.
yes, because I added that to it.
Yeah.
When he asked me, I didn't just stop by telling him that I got a fully funded scholarship that will cover my tuition. I told him that it also covers my monthly stipend. My monthly stipend also covers my living expenses, and he was convinced, and he approved my visa.
So now you see, when you hear people on the streets of Instagram or social media say that US not they give visa, don't worry. Now you see why they don't give the visa, because nobody wants you to come to a country to be a liability to that country. But once you have gotten funding and you've shown them that Oga, see my funding letter, look at it, is there. These people can contact the school there and then and verify to say, okay, I have this person in front of me. Is she funded in this school? So once you have that thing, it's easy peasy, especially when you go there confident. There are some things that some of you may have missed out, and I want to point that out. She said that she maintained eye contact. It is very important that you are talking to somebody and you are looking in their eyes, because if you are lying, if you have maintained eye contact, the person that you are talking to can tell if you are lying. So you are looking at the person, the person is looking at you, you are looking at the person, you'll be wondering, where is this person's confidence coming from? That is person that will feel uncomfortable and look away.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've heard everything that she has said. Funding is very important. It is very important, and that was what she focused on. And now Mercy has come to the US. She will not spend $1 like this of her money to say, okay, I want to pay school fees, or I want you to pay rent. I want you to pay the school. When I say study abroad and the school is paying you, the school will be paying her every month. From there, she'll pay her rent, buy food, pay for her phone bill, pay for all the things that she needs to pay while she's here. This is how it works when I tell you that relocate abroad and go and study abroad and get paid while you are studying. This is exactly how it works. And now people are seeing Mercy here. Sharing, it's not me telling you. She's here, live and direct in the US, sharing her own experience, what she faced and everything. Now, yesterday when I picked you up at the airport, you said something about how people scared you that when you get to the airport,
Point of entry
is very difficult. So what was your experience at the point of entry?
Nigerians, thank God. You need to see one thing I realized in this whole process, and one thing that this whole process has taught me is the fact that if you do not have the right source, if you do not have the right information, and if you do not have if you can't really focus, you are this kind of person that you are here, you are there, you jump. There are so many people that jump from one group to the other. This group says you apply like this, another group is telling you this is how you do it, another group will tell you that if you don't have IELTS, you can I've had so many things. During the process, I got someone who was like, you can bet his life on you. This person was so serious. Where are you going to? No IELTS. Who does that? I didn't write IELTS. I didn't write GRE. I didn't write GMAT. I didn't write any of those exams. I did not write. In fact, for my transcript, I didn't submit my official transcript until I gained admission.
Yeah.
But many a times, you do not have the right information. These people will confuse you and bombard your head with lots of wrong information. A friend of mine was telling me, I think a few days before I came, and she was like, she heard that they're not even giving American visa anymore. That they said they want to. I said, American. I said, where did you hear?
Yeah.
I said, by the grace of God, I'm traveling this month. That was before I arrived. And she was like, wow, really? They gave you? I said, yes. So where is all this? So that was the same thing I got when it comes to point of entry. Oh, Jesus. Different when you hear point of entry. If you are not careful, they can return you back to Nigeria. Don't feel after getting visa, anything cannot happen again. If you cannot answer them well at point of entry, when I got to the point of entry, same thing when I got there, the man was like, oh, where are you coming from? Where are you going to rather? I told him, and he looked at my passport, because of course you submit your passport and your I-20. Then he looked at my I-20 and he was like, oh, I can see you have you're going to Missouri State University. How do you intend to pay your tuition? And I said, I secured a fully funded scholarship. That was where that question stopped. As in, I think that is the only thing most of them want to hear. He didn't bother to ask me every other question. Even all this regular checking. Do you have oil? Do you have whatever in your bag? Do you have bomb? Do you have plastic? All those questions, they did not ask me again. The guy did not ask again.
What did he tell you? You told me that I told you something. What you told him that you have your...
When I said I have full funding, I'm actually coming on a fully funded scholarship, he said, wow, that's amazing. Welcome to America.
Did you hear that? Welcome to America.
And I was like, wow, is that all?
It's like clear road.
Clear road. You don't have this, you don't have that. He did not bother to check my bag. He didn't bother to ask all those questions. If you carry oil, carry water, carry gas inside your bag. He did not ask again. After I told him I got a fully funded scholarship and I'm coming to America to study, he was like, welcome to America. That was what he said. And I passed.
Somebody just commented that these interviews can be tricky and whatnot with questions that they ask you. And I'm going to say something to you guys. If you have done everything by yourself, from applying for admission, you have applied for admission yourself, applied for this, applied for funding, done interviews in the process, you have also applied for your visa, done your visa application by yourself. So you already have, you have built upon everything that you have done. There's no question that they will ask you that you cannot answer because you have done it yourself. Many of people that struggle are people that somebody are going to do admission application for them, no funding. The person will not come and carry the document and say, okay, this is your admission letter. This is this. You will now go and face somebody to do visa interview. Some people don't even know what is inside the admission letter. Some people don't know. So when they get there, they are confused, they are lost. They will ask them questions. You see that they cannot answer. They are mumbling. They are thinking, what do I say here? They don't know. So at the end of the day, they will not give them visa because the officer can read. Some of them are psychologists. They can see through you. They can read through you.
Yes.
If you are lying, they know. If you don't know what you're saying, they know. But when you have done all of these things yourself, you walk into that interview with confidence, and then you are able to now answer any question that they ask you. You'll be having a conversation. It's no longer like an interview. You'll be having a conversation.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you for sharing all of this with us, Mercy. Now I'm going to ask you the big question. So how do you feel about now that you're finally relocated to the US? Like, how do you feel? You know, I picked something from the interview, and once they step their leg outside of the people, now give me this.
I don't know, you know, I'm putting my episode together, and I'm, you know, putting my, if you go to my page now, you won't see any video yet. So I'm putting it together. I said, because, you know, I want to launch it on the 1st of August. You know, new month, new video, like
new location,
that kind of thing. It's like, it's amazing. There's just this thing that, you know, it does to you. Like, you feel very fulfilled. Like, so I did it. Like, you'll be proud of yourself. You don't need anybody to tell you I'm proud of you. I've had so many of I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. I've had so many. But like, I'm so happy. On the day of my interview, I was telling a friend, my even my siblings and my mom didn't actually know I was applying the second time. After the first disappointment, I just kept it to myself and applied for my coach, and I think a few friends. I was just pushing and doing my thing myself. The day I was going for my visa interview, I told my mom I was going for a job interview. I said I was going for a job. I said, prefer. She was like, you want to leave your business? Why do you want to go for another job?
Okay, hard every day.
I said, no. I said it's a remote job that I can actually combine both of them together. She said, okay. So, you know, she prayed along with me. And so when I came back from the visa decision, after I've gotten my white paper, and I called her, I said, I actually got my visa today, Mom. And she said, I don't understand. What are you saying? Like, you know, my elder sister, for like 2 days, she was like, wait, John, who are you lying to? Like, she didn't believe, not until I now took picture, like, I had to make a video of my business to show her, and this is it. I'm serious. So, away from everyone being excited for you, there's just this, you won't be able to sleep well. A few days to meet her, I was openly excited. I could not sleep. You know, coming to this place, the atmosphere alone, the environment, like, there's just, it's a different space, trust me. It is worth it. It is worth the sacrifice, because the fact is only during that process that you have, you know, to put your neck on the line and everything. Once you're done submitting, it's a phase. So once you're done submitting all the documents and everything for admission and everything, there's a phase whereby you would rest, and it's just you, you know, praying to God after knowing that you've actually done, you know, your assignment, you've done your own part. It's just you open on God to, you know, help you crown your effort with success. And once it's out, you know that, okay, the next stage is just you putting things together and applying for your visa and all. It is fulfilling, trust me. Knowing that, oh, I achieved all of this. No agents, there's not one agent that will collect 1 million, collect 1.5, collect, that you're not even sure of. Some agents don't even know some things you yourself, you know.
Yeah,
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. They can't see. I feel there's even no matter what, even when you know seek the help of an agent, there's still a point where you still have to come in. You still have to put your own personal input. So why not just take it upon yourself to say, okay, well, I'm determined to do this. I want to achieve this. Just do it. I think what really helps me was, like I said earlier, is I used to picture myself. I've been pictured, like I'm living in my reality now. I used to picture myself in that scene, like, oh, imagine going to the airport. Some songs, like I'm using some songs to actually edit the videos I'll be posting. I've saved some of those songs in my drafts. That, okay, once this thing comes out, this is the kind of song that I would use.
This kind of content.
To put the content together. This is the audio I would use. So it's a mindset thing. Build that mindset, be determined. I cannot tell you how you would feel. We all actually have our different goals and our different dreams in life. But for someone like me, this is like a dream come true. Like, you'll not just forget these days. Oh, I arrived so place, you know, on so date. Like, that date is there. Because trust me, I believe it's a life transforming experience.
Oh yeah, once you relocate abroad, like
I feel so happy.
It transforms your life. Especially when you've come here with the right mindset and you have worked hard, you know, you find yourself like really transitioning easily.
Yes.
I know more people that struggle during the transition period, because I shared my struggles as well during the transition period. But as long as when you know what you are doing and you have a goal, you are a focused person and you are ready to do what it takes. Like, you're not waiting for somebody to come and push you, to come and do anything for you. Opportunities will come by. You'll be able to secure those opportunities, and you are moving fast. You find that you are now moving faster than your mates. Now, see, Mercy has come here. Mercy has a skincare business. People in the US, you know, you attract the good. People in the US are now contacting her that they want products.
Yes. Yes.
Like, you attract the good.
And that's one thing I'm going to say. Sorry to chip in, Dr. Zino, because I hear so many people say, you know, I made some friends during our cohort And some people say, oh, my busy schedule, if you go to my page, I was telling Dr. Zino yesterday, I post nothing less than 3 times every blessed day, aside Sunday. Monday to Saturday I'm posting, and I'm not just posting randomly. Some of them are not old videos. Like, I do production. I'm on my business. I carry on for it like a cara. So imagine me putting such dedication into my business. Like, I'm doing a lot, but I had to create time on the side. So this, I wouldn't have time. I have a 9 to 5. To me, to some extent, I feel if you're doing a 9 to 5, you even have more opportunities, because there are sometimes if you're in your office, I've done 9 to 5 before, so I know it is up. If you're in your office doing 9 to 5, it's not that 9 to 5 all through that you do office job. Yeah, sometimes you just be on your laptop and just freestyling. Use those normal 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Deny yourself of those breakfast break, lunch break. Like, deny yourself of it. Put your things together. Do your work. Do you understand? So it's not about, oh, I have a 9 to 5, I'm busy, I can't do it. It can only be I can only get an agent to do it for me. Some of these agents don't know what they are doing. Take it or you leave it. They don't.
I know my people from Warri. I was born and brought up in Warri. They say gada gada na bondo. So what that means is that you have 10 naira, you had another 10 naira. By the time you gathered a lot of 10 naira, you have gathered a bundle. And this, I want to liken it to what she said, where she said you have 3 minutes, use that 3 minutes, look at something. You have 5 minutes, your lunchtime, 30 minutes. You use that time. Before you know it, you are making progress. You are adding on top of the things that you are already doing. So you are making progress. It's better than doing it. Some of you will say, you know what, I need to find a full day where I can get a full day, 8 hours to do this thing. You will never find that time. Life is busy. You won't. So you need to prioritize. If relocating and studying abroad is important to you, you must prioritize it. You must prioritize it. So sometimes you have to take away some things. Okay, this one bed that I'm supposed to go for, maybe I can't go for this one. Maybe I will send the couple money because I cannot go for it. So I can use this time.
Yourself of sleep.
Yes, you must. Yeah, you sleep late. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do, really. At the end of the day, I tell us sometimes, I say this all the time. That's why it's called sacrifices. It is not a lifestyle. A sacrifice is not a lifestyle. So what it means is that you are saying, okay, for the next 1 year, I'm going to sacrifice A, B, C, D, and E so that I can achieve D, E, F goal. After that 1 year, once you have achieved that thing, then you don't need to do that anymore. Now that Mercy has secured her funding and she's here, some people will go abroad, maybe those ones that eventually get their visa and they're going to fund themselves. They don't have money. You see them hustling here, hustling there, trying to get money, but that will not be Mercy's challenge now. She will now face bigger challenges or bigger things, trying to, okay, what is my next step for me to get my green card in the US as an example. So that will be her focus. But somebody who is trying to hustle and go to school at the same time to make sure they pay their school fees, they cannot even think about green card at that time, because at that time they are thinking about, their immediate problem is to pay their school fees. So at the end of the day, you need to give yourself some sort of leverage. And this is what getting funding gives you. When I came to Canada, because I was funded in Canada, I could strategize to get my PR quickly. Once I got my PR, I now switched to become a domestic student. That enabled me to get even more funding because I was a domestic student and I paid lower tuition fees. So you see how this thing works. So at the end of the day, you need to decide for yourself, what exactly do I want? Do I want to be a struggling student, or do I want to be the student that will go there and study with steez?
Really with steez. And let me say this. I think someone was saying I think they are both in Canada. No, we are in the US. Dr. Zino resides in Canada. But she came to the US to welcome me. Yeah. Now let me say something about that. So that's another thing. Like, I don't know about other schools, but my school, as an international scholar, if you're coming as an international scholar, they would actually welcome you. So we're already filled the questionnaire where you put your arrival dates and everything. So my school was meant to actually come and pick me up from the airport as an international scholar.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, they were going to come to the airport to pick me, give you this welcome and everything.
Welcome.
Yes. But when Dr. Zino called her, she was like, no, she wants to come herself. Like, I felt so honored. So it's actually one of those things that comes with your funding. Like I said, I don't know about other schools, but with my school, if you're coming in as an international scholar, they'll be coming to the airport to welcome you. So it's a big deal for them. So why won't you be gingered? Like, why won't you have that morale to actually put all your energy together to apply for it? It is worth it.
In fact, one of my ex-coaching students that came to the US as well, they put him in a hotel for 1 month. He's a guy because he contacted the school that he had tried to look for accommodation. He couldn't get accommodation. The school, the accommodation was full. They couldn't provide him with accommodation immediately, so they put him in an hotel for 1 month.
Yes, there's this
they support
way they
you.
carry you.
Yeah.
Yes, there's this way they carry. So, okay, something happened recently. After I got my admission, I sent my official transcript to the school. So I don't know what happened. Maybe there was a mix-up along the line. So I got someone to actually send it from my school. So we used UPS. So, but I was expecting that, my school, they are very, very good when it comes to, if communication and all of that. So they were supposed to at least send me an email to say they've received my official transcript, blah, blah, blah. No, I noticed I didn't get anything. So I was wondering what must have happened. So I now sent them an email, asking if they've actually gotten my official transcript or not. And they were like, not yet, what's going on? Like 3-4 people got on board immediately, in between themselves, sending different emails. Have you seen this person's transcript? Please check so desk. Me myself, I was relaxing. I was supposed to be the one, bothering myself to say I should be the one running around. They were doing the work. About 4 of them immediately were just emails were flying up and down. This person sent an email. Have you found it? They got it. Like they tracked it. I just sent them the tracking number. Ordinarily, I was supposed to be the one to start tracking myself using UPS tracking number. I just sent them the tracking number and I said, I hope this would help. And they said, thank you, yes. And they used that tracking number. They found the transcript themselves. Like I didn't know. So there's a way they would actually carry you as an international scholar.
Yeah.
You're
an expert. You're an expatriate. You need to start thinking like that. You are an expatriate.
Like they would value you.
So you have to see yourself as valuable, honestly, because you are.
It's something everyone who aspires to actually, get something, like something you should work hard for to achieve. It is worth it. It is.
Yeah, somebody, Grace CO1 says, fun fact, 100% is people that use agents are scared of point of entry because a lot of them don't know what is on the document that the agents give them. So they're not able to answer the questions. So I'm excited for you. I shouldn't have given up. I should start again. Yes, please start again. Don't give up. Really. They say last and now give up. Yes, now you don't give up. There are challenges on the way, I'll tell you. Yeah, you will face some challenges. Mercy faced her own share of challenges. But at the end of the day, because she did not give up, that's why she can be sitting on this chair today. That's why she can be sitting here, because she didn't give up. Okay? So how about someone who recently graduated from a Nigerian university? I mean, someone graduated about 2 months ago. It's advisable to apply. You should start now. Start now. So now, this is application season. In everything in life, and there is a time. If you know that you want to study abroad in 2025, that's next year, you need to start now, because this is a period where all the applications are open. If you come later and it has closed, you are waiting till 2026. So there's a time period where everything is open. So that is where you need to submit your application. So if you know, start now. Whether you're a fresh graduate or you graduated many years ago, start now. I think somebody asked you, what was your timeline like? So when did you start? When did you start your application to the school? At what point, after you apply for admission, when did you now apply for your GA? When did you now do your visa application? So they want to see like your timeline. Can you walk us through the timelines that got you to this point where you are today?
Okay, I might not be really specific with months, but I'll just explain the process. So after Canada rejection came, I think that was in 2022, immediately I started looking out for opportunities, and what's available. So I think I was applying for 4, because most scholarship opportunities are in 4. So 2023, I started looking out for opportunities. Then each school actually has their application window. Some of them will tell you, okay, by September, blah, 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 fall application would be open. So I already had a list of schools I wanted to apply to. So I was going back to those schools to look at, when their application portal would open. So immediately, most of them opened. I started something. I didn't wait to start preparing my documents when the portals opened. My documents were ready. Mind you, most of these schools, when you go to their sites, you go to the department and everything, they'll show you what they want you to submit. So I already had an idea of what they needed. So I prepared it. So immediately portal opens like this, I am submitting. And once you submit, there's also like, it's an application open space. So there's actually a date whereby the application will close. So most schools would not review those documents until the application is closed, so they can actually review everyone's document together. So after submitting, I had to wait. So once the application this thing got closed, they reviewed the documents, and I started getting emails around February, early March. That was when I got.
Okay, so you did the application in 2023.
Yes.
Then
towards November, October, from September basically. September, October, November, December.
Okay, those period,
yes, was when I was applying.
Then by February, you got feedback.
Yes. February, early March, I got feedback. So it was in March that I actually accepted the offer of my school, that's Missouri State University. So, and the way it works, immediately you accept the offer and everything, of course, you should know in your head that the next stage is visa processing. So I started sending my documents to get my I-20, which you get from the school. So after then, I started looking out for dates. You pay your visa fee, then you start looking out for dates. So there's the visa process. So there's a way it works. There's always like a window.
Yeah.
A date window, an interview date window. So they started rolling out dates. During my time, they were already rolling out dates for, I think, 2025. I was seeing 2025, I was seeing November, I was seeing December, and I really needed my dates to be within June and July latest, because my school would be resuming in August. So I was really hoping on God and praying. Fortunately, and as God would have it, like I said, as you are praying, be preparing. As you are preparing, be praying. So both of them work hand in hand. So God knew my heart, and God just answered my prayer. That's why I just found a date. I think I did my interview in May. My visa interview was in May. Yeah.
I actually remember that day I was at the library, and I remember that I checked my phone. I've seen like many missed calls from Messi. I said, wait, I want Messi leave her. Why is she calling me like this? But I knew, because I knew that she was going for an interview. I knew it had to be. So I came out and I called her. I was shaking. I'm like, Messi, please tell me that it's good news. Please tell me that it's good news. That day, the way I was excited, I went back and just carried my things. I was so excited to continue.
I got my dates. My date and my interview was just 1 week interval.
Yeah, so you see, she had to have been preparing.
Yes, so I've been even before I got a date, I was preparing for interview. So that, like I said, just prepare throughout the process. Don't wait until when that thing is. That's where it's a recipe for failure. If you're waiting until the opportunity comes before you get prepared. Let that opportunity meet you prepared. So most of the things I did, like I was already prepared for them. So when I saw the date, the first date I saw, I had just 3 days, interval to the interview, and I knew I could not, really make it without 3 days. Not because I was not prepared, but you had to, pay some fees and all of that, like submit some other documents. So it was short, and I was still hopeful that I would get another favorable date. Evening of that same day, I got another date, which was just a week interval. So I had just 1 week to, prepare myself more for the interview. And I went for my interview. So after the interview stage, it's just for you to now start doing the preparation, buying your things, putting things together, and all.
Yeah, and before Messi came here, she had already been able to sort out her accommodation. Like it's as if she came here and as if everything had been sorted. And this is another thing when you are an independent thinker. You are not waiting for somebody to do this for you. From Nigeria, she got accommodation here. She has networked with people that are here. Yesterday when I took her around the school and I was seeing the way she was relating to people, I'm like, Messi, why are you acting as if you have been living here for a while? Like she's calling people by their names and they are gisting. I'm surprised. Like, did you not just come here? Do you know this person before? She said no. She already built a net. Like when you are independent, you are not waiting for somebody to come and tell you what to do or to do something for you. Like you are prepared. She has prepared. She knows the people here, already has the community here. Like she's coming here and she's landing is soft. She did all of this thing by herself. She did not know these people before now. They are not her friends. They're not anything. During the process, let me tell you, you really need to learn to think independently and to do things by yourself. You cannot be timid. You cannot. And you can learn it. If you're not that kind of person, you can learn it. You can learn it. Otherwise, you will find that you go abroad, you are struggling. There are people that go abroad, they struggle. There are people that go abroad, they don't struggle. You have to choose which one do you want to be. Do you want to be the one that struggles or the one that doesn't struggle? At the end of the day, you have to decide that for yourself. Nobody can decide it for you. Okay, so somebody asking me if I've completed my PhD. Oh, you may have been. Maybe you have not been seeing my post. Yeah, I completed my PhD in April, and I became a doctor in April. Yeah, so my PhD is in chemical engineering. Forget that people are seeing me jumping up and down on social media. I am a trained engineer. In fact, starting September, I'll be teaching a course at the University of Waterloo. And I'll be teaching chemistry for engineers. So I'll be teaching chemistry to chemical engineers.
Wow.
So forget that you people see me jumping up and down on social media. Some people tell me that forget that you're an engineer or something. Yeah. So let's see. Somebody say I must be interviewed like this in Jesus' name. I say amen for you. Amen. Somebody said actually my guy told me it's better applying yourself than through anyone else. Really, you learn in the process. I'm trying to see the questions here. Let me see if people have questions for me. Somebody said I thought you are based in Canada. Yes, I'm based in Canada, but I'm visiting the US. I came to welcome Mercy. We've built a very strong relationship over the last 2 years of working together. Mercy, you are gorgeous. Congrats. Like when I saw her too, I'm like, just see, babe. So let's see. So I applied myself and I got 4 different admissions. All I'm praying for right now is full funding. I pray with you that you get it. Amen. Okay, so I don't know where to start. For those of you that don't know where to start from, this I've been saying it since. You people come and sign up for my mentorship and coaching program. It will change you. Oh, I'm not joking. It will change you.
It will.
Yeah. So just send me a message. I'll send you all the details. What do I do right now to process my postgraduate studies for January? I tell you, most of the schools, they would have closed for January. So you should be open to also be looking at April and September for schools that have those openings. But you can start now. Send me a message. Okay, did you apply for a scholarship program directly, or you applied for your master's, then full funding after you got the admission?
Oh, okay. So the way it works with my school is while applying for the admission, there's another section where they'll tell you that you can actually apply for a graduate assistantship. So you're submitting 2 applications. So while you're submitting application for the normal admission, you're also submitting application for funding. So most times, like they did for me, the admission offer came to say, okay, we are accepting you into the graduate school, at Missouri State University, blah, blah, blah. That's like admission offer, say, yes, we're welcoming you as a student. Then they'll now review your application for scholarship. So there's a possibility that they might even offer you admission and not offer you funding.
Yeah, some people
right?
got that.
So it's not like it is automatic that once you get admission, you'll be given scholarship. No. So you have to apply for both of them. So they would require some documents for the normal admission, and there are documents you also submit, for funding. So after I got the admission, that was the interview stage. So after they reviewed the document for the interview, another stage, which was actually part of the review, was the interview I had with the graduate committee members, where I said they mentioned my volunteering experience and all. So it was actually part of the process. So it's 2 applications.
Okay, someone's asking if you paid school fees deposit.
Not that it's full funding. I'm not paying anything.
Yeah, when you have full funding, you don't all those things that they say, come and pay this, come and pay that. You're not paying nothing. All you have to do is carry your bag.
You don't have to start looking around looking for bank statement there and there. You don't need it. The only thing I submitted for this thing, even when applying for the visa, is because the school, once you get funding, the school would actually give you a document like your funding letter. Yeah, that is what you submit. So instead of submitting bank statement, looking for who will give you bank statement of over $80,000 and more, you don't need, just submit that funding letter and you're good to go.
So this is when I tell you guys that you can relocate abroad even if you don't have proof of funds. This is what I mean, right? So when they ask you for proof of funds, there are different ways to show proof of funds. You can submit your bank statement or your parents' bank statement or your sponsor's bank statement, or you can submit a scholarship letter. When the school gives you scholarship, they're going to give you a letter stating that, dear Mercy, we have awarded you this scholarship. They'll put the amount, put the scholarship value there, and they'll give you that letter. So anybody that asks you for your proof of funds, give them that letter. That is your proof of funds. So when I say all these things that you don't have proof of funds, no problem. There are ways around it. This is that way. So now Mercy did not have to go and be printing bank statements. All she needed was that letter that the school gave her for her scholarship. That is what she submitted in place of her proof of funds for her visa application. Now, another person asked another question: if you have to find professors first. I'm going to answer this question. So it depends on the kind of opportunity that you're applying to. For many schools in Canada that are doing research-based masters that come with funding, they'll tell you to find a professor first. If you're applying for PhD, they'll tell you to find a professor first. However, some other programs, some other funding opportunities, you don't need to find a professor first. Like Mercy's own, she didn't have no. So what was the process like? Maybe you can tell them. Like you said, just 2 applications, right?
Yes. like you said, I was applying to Canada, then I had to look for a professor.
Yeah.
Then, but when I was applying to the US, I just went to the school site, looked at the department I was going to apply to, look at the documents and everything, and I submitted the things they needed. So I didn't have to go through a professor. But there's a way you still have to, write some of your documents that will still relate to some of those professors, which doctors, will teach you in the master class. So a place, something like that will still come in, but I didn't apply directly to any professor before submitting my documents.
Okay, A Square said I've been trying to sign up for the August masterclass, but I can't see the amount to pay. A Square, send me a message. I'll send you all the details. Say the talk is too much. What's the catch? Because this good babe 24, some of you are so rude. See, another thing I'm going to tell you is that you need to learn social conversations. You will need that when you have relocated abroad. Imagine this person comes here and say the talk is too much. What's the name of the school? What's the catch? It's because you came here late. And instead of you to politely ask what is the name of the school, instead of you to ask that you are saying the talk is too much, you are a very rude person. Normally, I would not respond to this question. But because I know that there are other people here who will benefit from it, well, I'm going to answer that question. But I'm going to tell you, good babe, you need to learn social conversations. You need to learn how to disagree with people. Many of you don't know how to disagree with people. You can disagree respectfully. You need to learn how to disagree with people's point of view. You need to learn how to ask questions. It's a skill. Don't bring... I don't want to use some words, but don't bring it to my page, please. Mercy, can you please share the name of the school that you got your funding in and what program you are going to do?
Okay, the school is Missouri State University, and I'm going for Masters in Communication, Organizational Communication.
Okay, what's the age limit for application for scholarship? Scholarship and study does not have any age limit. You are 70 years, you can apply. There's no age limit. Are there still full funding in the UK, doctor? Yes, so they are full funding in the UK. However, the full funding in the UK, most of the schools in the UK, they are like what we call these open scholarships, the likes of like Commonwealth or something. But if you go to the website of the school, even if they're external scholarship, when you go to the website of the school, you're going to find the funding opportunities there. So I'll tell you that you should visit the website of the UK school that you're interested in, check their scholarship and funding opportunities, and you will see the list of scholarships that they have available. Then you can open each of them and read through the requirements to see if you're eligible and try to prepare your application based on that. Okay? Yeah. Okay, and like I said before, success leaves clues. So if Mercy was able to get funding in Missouri State, it means that they have funding and they can give you funding. So you should go and look there. There's somebody that attended my masterclass and she had applied to some programs and she didn't get funding. And she was like, Dr. Zino, I really need funding. I told her, I just gave her the name of the school. Go and apply to this school in the US. She came back $25,000. And the only reason why I told her, the only reason why I told her is because I knew that somebody got funded. I told her this person got $25,000 for a master's in project management. You have HR background. Part of HR is project management. Right. Go and apply. Not long later, she came back. She's like, yeah, this is the letter. Wow. Now she's planning to apply for a visa. Wow. Success leaves clues. Okay, so we have answered the school. So people, they para for the comment section. They fight themselves for there. Oh my God. I have HN in estate management. Later went to conversion and BSc in economics. I'm ready for the masterclass. Let me tell you, I always say that this masterclass is not for everybody. If you know that you are not ready to work, Mercy has explained the amount of work that she did here. I see Mercy, she has a skincare brand. I see her mixing. All the time she's busy on Instagram. I see her, she's busy doing sales, selling, shipping products. Right. But she had to also create time. So if you know that you're not ready to work, I say it all the time, please avoid me because I'm here for the good, to help people succeed and to celebrate with them. So I don't want you to come and spoil my track record if you're not ready to do the work, because you now come and say, I paid for the masterclass, it did not work for me. It did not work because you did not work. Yeah, you have to work in it for it to work for you. So if you know that you're not ready to do any work, just as you are, just continue to stay like that. But if you know that you are ready to learn and to actually apply what you learn, then you can send me a message. Masterclass is not free. But once you have succeeded like this, imagine that you invest. It's gone. How much was masterclass when you register? Was like $997.
$997.
Yes, and now she secured $37,000 in funding. All she had to do was to carry a bag, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it's really up to you. But if you know that you're not ready and you're not serious, please avoid me. Okay. So thank you, Rosie. I see that Rosie was helping to answer questions here. Rosie, thank you. We appreciate you. So I think that she has answered most of the questions here. Do you have link to the school? When people say, so we have said Missouri State University.
You cannot go and look for it.
Can't you just Google it? You're asking for link.
Oh
So if you ask Rosie for this link now, Rosie will now go and Google it, find the link and give it to you. Just Google it. You will find it. It's called Missouri State University. If you cannot spell it, Google will help you to correct the spelling. It's called, just people use your Google. Google it, okay? Say the documents Mercy submitted, were they for admission or for scholarship? Was it provided? Okay, I think we have answered this question too. Yeah. Okay. When did you start applying for funding, or you apply for the scholarship direct with the funding in it? We've answered that. Let's see. How do we do it ourselves without agents? See, you do it by learning. You learn, you know what to do, and you do it. That's how you do it. You don't need anybody to do these applications for you, really. You don't. So I need full funding. I already have full admission. So if you already have full admission, I also say that you should contact like the graduate coordinator of the school to see what opportunities that they have for you and what you can apply for. And let's see, your roommate. Tell them about your roommate's experience.
Yes. So I met my roommate, my prospective roommate. Yeah. She has not arrived yet. But the beautiful thing is, okay, we met on the group where the visa application group, there's this group they created for those applying for visa, right? So we met there. So fortunately, she had applied last year. She got partial funding last year, which was not enough. So they denied her visa. So that's why I said funding really matters. She got partial funding. So when she got to, the visa stage and everything, when they asked her about how she was going to pay her deficit, I think she could not really back it up and all. So they actually denied her visa last year. So this time around, she applied again and she applied for scholarship. So she also got full funding. She's coming in. We're coming to same university, same department. So we met on that group and, we're coming together fully funded.
Okay, so you see, again, she said it. And again, I don't want you guys to see that this person got denied visa last year because she did not have funding. She did not give up. She went back, did the application again. This time got funding because she knew that the funding was the problem. Got full funding, applied to the same US that denied her. She was the same school too.
Yeah, same school.
So the same school that did not give her funding. Same school that did not give her full funding. She applied a second time. She got full funding in the same school. The same US that denied her visa, she applied second time. She got her visa approved. And now she and Mercy they are going to be prospective roommates. So they got this place together and they met here on the group.
Yeah, so online.
Yeah. So I'm sharing that with you guys just so that you know that whatever challenge you face is not the end of the world, right? So why is Canada mostly research-based? So most is the programs that have funding in Canada are research-based programs. But if you don't want to do research-based and you want funding, look at the US, look at the UK. These opportunities that have funding in the UK, they are mostly not research-based programs. Okay. Are there still full funding in schools in Canada? Yes, there are full funding. In fact, one of my masterclass students, she got full funding in one university in Canada. She's going to do a PhD. Wow, and after she got that, she applied for a visa. Her visa had been approved. She just sent me a message that they just sent her another letter that they had increased her funding by $25,000. So at first it was $30,000 per year. So now $55,000 per year for an international student. That's good money. She did not do anything for the second application, for the second scholarship. She didn't have to do an application. Sometimes this school have money. They just go and look at, okay, who our students say that showed us that they are really good. And you show them with your application. So they'll go there and just, okay, yeah, you take more money. So that's what they did for her. So can I get fully funded for taught courses or only research-based? So you can get fully funded for the two. It depends on the country you are going to. In Canada, you will not get fully funded for taught courses, but in the US, you can. So it depends on where you are. This is why you need information. When you have the right information, you can navigate through all of these things. Okay?
I'm sorry to chip in. As regards that question, that's one thing that difference between Canada and US schools is when I was applying to Canada, then they needed you to actually present like your research proposal. Like the professor would ask you for a research proposal before even going at it, before you can go ahead with anything. But for the US, like you just apply, straight, like just come straight. It is when it's time for you to start writing your thesis, then you know how to cross that ocean. Like the US do not require you to present a research proposal first before you can actually give it funding. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, you have heard it. Why do you think you just got funding? Was it your GPA or just good luck? I've told you guys
Lord
before.
Jonathan, I think that man's missing by your side.
I've told you before that people with third
Good
class,
luck.
get funding. People with second class lower get funding. Let me tell you, the US is a very, very big market. Like there's a lot of money in this country, and these universities, these schools are funded. It has been reported that a high percentage. I don't have the numbers now. I cannot quote it, but if I check my phone, I can give you the numbers. But a high percentage of money in the US that is kept aside for education and scholarship, it doesn't get claimed. They have to return this money. It doesn't get claimed. Why? Because some opportunities they receive zero applications. There's some scholarship opportunities that I applied for that I applied today. Tomorrow they tell me I've gotten scholarship. There was one I had the opportunity to talk to the funders because it was one club like that.
Okay.
And they were like, they didn't receive any other application. So I was the only one that applied. So automatically it means that I got it.
Wow.
So there are some opportunities that don't even receive any. This is why when I tell some people that look at the state schools, look at schools in all those smaller places.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when you go and school in a small town or something and they fund you, by the time you finish school, nobody tied your liver there. You can say that, I want to go to Texas. I want to go to New York City. You can go wherever you want to go to and live there when you are done. But remember, some of us, we forget your goal is to relocate. Study abroad is just a tool to help you to achieve your goal. Many of you forget that. I say, no, it must be New York City. I want to go to California. I want to go to Chicago. I want to go to Texas. Many of you forget that what you are using, your goal is to relocate. Study pathway, your school you're going to study is a tool to help you to achieve that goal. Do not never forget that. So when you're making decisions, when you're making choices, like Messi, you said you had an opportunity in Chicago, right? But you chose Missouri because again, the cost of living here is cheaper for her.
Illinois.
Yeah, compared to Illinois. So she would have been spending a lot of money. Her funding would have not covered everything that she needed, her living expense. But here, it will cover everything. I'm sure that by the next time I come here, maybe Messi will come and pick me up from the airport in a car.
Yeah. Amen.
We'll be cruising. We'll be cruising in Messi's car.
Definitely.
Oh my God. But I think that we have answered a lot of questions. Even me, I'm getting tired of talking. It's almost lunchtime. I'm hungry because I've not eaten today. So guys, listen. Okay, I must read this person's comment because she's my past student as well. Let me see. I saw her comment. I must read it. Oh, where is it? Chimi something. Chimi, where is your comment? So where is it? Because she was telling you, hey, Chimomim, I don't know, I can't pronounce it. She said, finally, Zeno knows her work. I'm a testament. Our program opens you up to a whole lot of possibilities and information, and I gained confidence. She's in Canada, I think in British Columbia. She was my past student, and I remember her specifically because when she came to register, she brought her friend, like her best friend. We are going to relocate together. She brought her friend. The two of them are in Canada now.
Wow, that's
yeah, she's like, I'm not leaving my friend behind. Let us go. They are doing something here. They can help us to relocate. She brought the friend.
Together.
Two of them are currently in Canada.
Wow.
Best friends. Okay, so don't leave. If you know to be alone abroad, don't leave your friends behind. Okay. So guys, listen, Mercy is here today because she was able to invest in knowledge, gain the knowledge, put in the effort, apply the knowledge that she learned, and now she's here in the US studying on full scholarship. She had told you that she did not have to do anything else. She did not have to pay. What was that fee that these people were asking? I had to pay
tuition fee.
She doesn't have to pay tuition fee. What's the name of that one that when you get admission, they tell you to come and pay one fee first. Anyway, she didn't have to pay. I think people on Facebook commented it. Let me see. I need to see that fee where they say is it an enrollment fee or something, the one that you gain admission and they tell you to pay a certain amount just to hold your admission slots.
That's what do they call it now, like a part payment of your fee.
Yeah, you pay a part payment. Anyways, so she didn't have to do that because again, like we said, it's full funding, right? And these opportunities are not saved for specific people. It's opened for everybody. Like I said, these schools, tuition deposit, she didn't have to pay. So these schools, they have this money and they are looking for good students to fund. Your responsibility is to present yourself as a good student for them to give you that money to fund you. Remember, you're not the only one. There are other people that are applying as well. So you have to make sure that you are presenting yourself as the best candidate that is worthy of that money, right? And whether you have money, you don't have money, you are able to relocate abroad. Remember, like I said again, relocation is the goal. Studying abroad is the tool that will help you to achieve that goal. Mercy is going to do a master's in organizational communication. We've said this over and over again. I think some of you are just joining us. So I'm going to close this session by reminding us that the next study abroad mentorship and coaching program, which is one that Mercy attended, which some of us also call the masterclass, we're changing the name. It starts on Monday, and the deadline to sign up is on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. You want to register? Send me a message. Like I said again, it's for people that are serious and that are ready to work. Send me a message to register. Some people say they want to be your friend. Don't worry. When Mercy says she's going to post our own testimonial on our page on August 1st, and we're going to do a collaborative post. So I'm going to accept our collaboration, and you people will see it there. You people will see her hand. People should come and follow and come and buy what Mercy is selling. Mercy is a skincare guru. See that she's glowing. She's glowing like glass. Her skin is like glass, like mirror. I can see my reflection. Like when I try it, I'm like, Mercy, so all your skin when it should not be filtered. No, it's not filtered. So you people should go and buy what Mercy said, because she's opening Goldie Organics US branch.
Yeah, by the grace of God.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys, send me that message. Send me a DM. I'll be in my inbox, and I'll be waiting for your message. Let's get you started and help you to succeed to relocate, so that next time it's you that I'll come and pick up from the airport. Amen. Like this. I want to pick you up. Make that happen, okay? You guys take care. Love you all. Yeah. Bye. Woo. This was a long one.
12:37.
Oh boy, I'm tired myself.
Well done.